Hey YouTube, welcome back to Universe X, and yes, we are just 24 hours away at this point from the network test for Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, and oh my gosh, I am super excited for this game. We got not one, not two, but 3 character reveals this night, and they were in the beta, but we at least get to see if there were any touch-ups made to the kit. This time it's going to be Kid Gohan, the technician, and then we're going to actually be rediving into Super Saiyan Trunks as well, the damage character, and then we're finally finishing off with Vegeta, the tank. Arguably the prince of the beta. You know, the tanks were really strong, Zamasu and Vegeta, but let's go into their kits, break down how they work, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. Okay, so this has been my favorite guy, my favorite technical character in a bit. Like when I was playing the beta, I loved playing this Gohan.
I'm my father's son.
Yeah?
Finish what he started.
Let's go. Tell me more. Tell me more. Yeah. Scoring up against Cooler is insane, but yes, let's go.
I can't sit around and do nothing.
Now let's see if they still have him being a transitioning character. So Son Gohan Kid, role technical. Concept, power up by sticking close to an ally hero. Unlock your potential, let loose some devastating attacks. Yeah, because he's like a support and then he transitions to like kind of like a support DPS. I had a lot of fun. Go check out the video on the playlist. So passive friendship boost. Stay near an ally hero for a certain amount of time to gain all defense up and apply all attack up to the ally hero. So you stick close to your ally and you provide supporting fire and you just buff them just for being around. Skill 1, Masenko. Unleash an energy blast. Enemies hit by this attack will be forcibly moved, so you can push people away from like Piccolo. You can push people away from people that don't want to be hit. It's great. Skill 2, Masenkyaku. Rush forward and unleash a roundhouse kick. Charging this attack will increase the range and damage, and when fully charged, it will stagger enemies on hit. When not fully charged, it applies no skills to enemies on hit. I think that no skill is a little extra, a little new, but that's tight. Look at that. Look at that. Little headbutt in the roundhouse. Skill 3, leave this to me. Choose a single ally hero and warp to them. Apply energy defense up to yourself and the chosen ally hero. After warping, create a barrier centered around yourself. Within the barrier, you and the ally hero additionally gain energy defense up, and enemies are afflicted with energy defense down. You know the crazy part about this? Because it's not strike defense down, because it's energy defense down. Do you know how this goes hand in hand with? That's right. Piccolo. The Masenko can knock people away, so Piccolo has the space to DPS, and then on top of that, you have got the leave this to me, allowing you to come over, make the barrier, and then have the energy defense down. But it also does work well with Krillin, who they're showing it being used for. Next, you've got Super Attack 1, Exploding Range, or Exploding Rage. Unleash enemy energy around yourself. Apply strike up to ally heroes within AoE for a limited time. Gain your strike defense up and increase the number of your rush attacks. So basically, using it is going to allow you to put out more DPS while gaining defense while boosting your allies' attack. But after enough time, you're going to be able to do what's coming up next. So now you've got Super Attack 2, Shattering Beam. Can be used while Exploding Rage is active. Charge forward and perform a kick, followed by causing a large energy explosion on the spot. Enemies hit by the initial kick will be staggered. See, like, Gohan's my dude, man. Gohan's my dude. So yeah, we're going to be talking about all of this towards the end, but I really liked his playstyle because it's a transition style. I really had a lot of fun. His gameplay was very dynamic, and he probably will be my technical of choice when this game drops. So let's go to the next hero. Now I will say, when it comes to Trunks, I wasn't the biggest fan of him, so I'm hoping to see something that kind of wows me here, because I wasn't the biggest fan of him when he was in the beta.
Find out what it's like to fight a real Super Saiyan. And I'm not talking about Goku.
Alrighty. His rush attacks did look really cool though. Ooh.
The future is ruined. I'll sacrifice everything to change it. Nowhere to run. I'll finish you. Even if I'm the last warrior in existence.
He is a damage type though.
Fighting. I will not let the future be destroyed again.
Alright, he looked clean. So yeah, Super Saiyan Trunks Teen, roll damage concept, activate your skills repeatedly with overcharge, dominate your enemies with mobility and rapid firepower. Hold up. So passive overcharge, skills on cooldown can be reactivated immediately upon defeating or assisting an ally in defeating an enemy, god of destruction, or boss. Wait a second. Yo, in the comments, let me know if this was the way he was in the beta. Because I don't remember this being, like, I don't remember Trunks really popping off. Like, people and bots would play Trunks and they'd just be sitting there feeding. But this is kind of crazy. That sounds awesome. If you skill time your stuff off and then you just, like, can continue get. Yeah, no, this looks heat. Skill 1 Burst Slash. Unleash a powerful slash. Damage is further increased against enemies whose HP is below a certain percentage. I wish we knew that certain percentage, but that looks amazing. Now you got Skill 2 Vanish Slice. Vanish Strike. Warp to the target's location, perform a slashing attack with your sword. Can warp past walls. Yikes! This guy's an assassin for real. For real. Skill 3 Burning Attack. Fire an energy blast, explodes at the point of impact, and generates smoke. Oh! Okay, so they really won't be able to see, and you can kind of get... That's very much so like Trunks. Attack with a burning attack, poof, smoke, you're obscured, and then you can go in for some sneaky tactics. And then you have the super attack, Shining Slash. An attack that combines a slash and a shockwave. Gain movement speed up afterwards, can change direction while attacking. So that seems more like an initiate... Oh, yo, look at that. That seems more like an initiator right there. But do you see how this guy was like 2v1ing and he hit the slashes on Goku? He hit the slashes on Goku and hit the burning attack, or the shining attacks blast on Vegeta. That's hot. And you got Transform, which is going to raise base HP and all attack power. I don't know, man. I might have to give Trunks another try. Yeah, that actually seemed pretty hot. That seemed pretty hot. Hey, liking the content? Well, maybe think about liking the video and even subscribing for more future Dragon Ball Genshin Squadra content. And yeah, maybe even just check out the channel to see the other anime gaming content that I cover as well. All right, back to the video. All right, guys, and now we have the third and final character reveal of the night. That's going to be Vegeta, arguably the prince of all beta. Because right behind Zamasu, he was disgusting, dude. The armor he was able to gain was wild. Okay, he still has the gravity well. He still knocks people back. He's an area controller, dude. Yeah. I don't know. He looks like they didn't change a thing about him. We gotta see what the effects do, because they didn't change anything on this guy. All right, so Super Saiyan Vegeta. What we have is Super Saiyan Vegeta. Roll tank concept. Raise your resistance every time you land your skills. Forcibly remove your enemies. Toss them aside around the battle, or toss them around the battlefield. That's pretty tight. So Prince's Pride. Gain a reduced cooldown effect when your HP is below a certain percentage. Oh, okay. I don't think I remember that as last time. I don't think. I gotta see. Next, you have skill 1, consecutive energy blast. Fire multiple energy blasts, recover armor when you hit enemies. And when the skill is at level 3, super, it will cause an explosion that consumes nearby enemies. You can move back and forth, or move and change direction while firing. That's pretty tight. That looks great, though. Number 2, skill number 2, Photon Bomber. Fire an energy blast and cause an explosion. Enemies are forcibly moved towards the center of the explosion. Energy blast from enemy rush attacks will be destroyed if hit by the explosion. I don't remember that last part. But yeah, that's very similar. That looks pretty cool. And then you got Explosive Wave. Cause an explosion centered around yourself. Forcibly moves enemies away when it hits and recovers your armor. So it looks like he's gonna gain less armor, to be real. So it looks like you can recover your armor with your skills, but you gain armor when you hit them in general. So super attack, big bang attack, fire an energy blast that causes a massive explosion, recovers your armor when it hits an enemy. All right, I feel that. Huge, absolute huge explosion. And then we got Transform. Can transform at level 7. Yeah, raise base HP, armor, and all attack power. Yeah, we're kind of cooking. We're kind of cooking with that one. All right, let's wrap it up. So yeah, realistically, I don't think anything has changed in the sense that I will be maining Gohan when I decide to play Technician. Like, he just looks so fun to use. I love how you can buff your allies and then also become a DPS threat on the field. Mwah. I mean, I'm not just a Gohan stan, except yes, I am a Gohan stan, but that's not the point. The point is looking really, really good. Trunks, like I said, I didn't really see him popping off in the beta, but maybe he got reworked. Maybe I just wasn't reading the kit right. Maybe people weren't reading the kit right, but it looks like he's actually going to be a viable threat right here. And then Vegeta, it definitely looks like they reworked how his armor works because it was kind of getting ridiculous. It was like a second and third life bar, but he still should be fun to play as, and you know Vegeta is a fan favorite in general. So I am happy to be able to get into this network test as I'm recording this in exactly pretty much 23 hours and 52 minutes. We will have the network test up. Yes, I will be live. Yes, I will be making videos, and I hope you guys are here to chill and you know, just kind of talk, like play the game with me, chill if you don't want to play but you want to see it, all these things. That being said, I wonder tomorrow if we're going to see any new characters. As of now, every single character that has been in the beta has been revealed. As for tanks, it's been what? Vegeta, Zamasu, and Cooler, and we've already got those. As for DPS, you had Android 18, Goku, Trunks, and you had Piccolo, and those have all been revealed as well. And then for Technician, you had Krillin, Majin Buu, and Gohan. Now that we've had all of those, we have no more characters that we haven't seen in the original game. However, we still do have one more night, 10 and 11 p.m. Eastern time to potentially see more spoilers. So if we do get spoilers, what would that be? Well, off the top of my head, I'm just gonna put this out here. Let me pull up my the page with all of my content on it. So looking at this, right, we have for tanks, you have Zamasu, you have Baby, you have Caulifla, you have Cooler, and you have Vegeta. So that's 5 tanks. Now then when you go over to DPS, you actually have Goku, you have Piccolo, you have Oob, you have Dabura, you have Android 18, and you have Bojack. And then you have Trunks as well. So DPS is clearly the one with the most at 7, but then you go over to Technician, and Technician has what? Frieza, you have Krillin, you have Majin Buu, and then you have Kid Gohan that was just released. So if we were to get characters, I would assume that it would be a Technician if we have one left over, and if we have 2 left over, Technician and Tank. So we'll see what goes on. Maybe tomorrow they just release a trailer and then, you know, they just don't really do much past that. But either way, tomorrow night is going to be when the game is here, so I'm super excited to get into that. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy your last day before we get into this game, and I hope to see you guys out in queue on the battlefield, on the team, on the opposing side, whatever. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more Dragon Ball Genshin Squadra content on this channel. Thank you guys. Later.